Hit the books. To study or engage in academic work diligently or intensively, often with the goal of preparing for an exam or completing coursework. To focus on learning and academic pursuits, typically by spending time reading textbooks or other educational materials. With the college entrance exam approaching, she spent every spare moment hitting the books. Instead of going out with friends, she stayed home to hit the books and review the material for the upcoming test. The students knew they had to hit the books over the weekend to finish their research papers on time. I need to hit the books if I want to pass my final exams next week. He had been procrastinating all semester, but finally decided to hit the books and catch up on his reading assignments. Learn the ropes. To become familiar with the basic procedures, rules, or techniques of a particular activity or job. To gain experience and knowledge necessary to navigate a new environment or situation successfully. It took him some time to learn the ropes of being a teacher, but eventually he became adept at managing his classroom and engaging his students. As a new employee, I spent my first week learning the ropes of the company's operations. The freshman struggled initially, but after a few weeks, he began to learn the ropes of college life and adjust to the academic demands. The interns were eager to learn the ropes of working in a professional setting and contributing to the team. She shadowed an experienced chef in the kitchen to learn the ropes of preparing gourmet dishes. Pass with flying colors. To achieve a high score or excellent performance, especially in an examination, test, or evaluation. To succeed impressively or excel in a particular endeavor, surpassing expectations or standards. The team worked collaboratively and presented their project with flying colors, impressing the judges and winning first place. I was nervous about the final exam, but I passed with flying colors. Despite the challenging course material, he managed to pass the advanced math class with flying colors, earning praise from his professor. The athlete trained rigorously and was proud to pass the fitness test with flying colors, surpassing the required benchmarks. She studied diligently and was thrilled to pass her driving test with flying colors on her first attempt. Read between the lines. To understand or interpret the hidden or implied meaning in written or spoken communication, beyond the literal words. To discern subtleties, nuances, or underlying messages that are not explicitly stated or obvious. The journalist interviewed the politician, paying close attention to his statements and trying to read between the lines to uncover any hidden agendas. She carefully read between the lines of the contract to identify any hidden clauses or potential pitfalls. The detective examined the crime scene, looking for clues and trying to read between the lines to piece together what had happened. As a therapist, she was trained to listen empathetically and read between the lines to understand her client's unspoken emotions and concerns. When analyzing poetry, it's essential to read between the lines to grasp the poet's intended themes and symbolism. In the same boat. In a similar situation or circumstance as others, facing the same challenges, difficulties, or hardships, sharing a common predicament, experience, or fate with others, often leading to a sense of solidarity or mutual understanding. We're all in the same boat when it comes to preparing for the final exams. The residents affected by the natural disaster knew they were in the same boat and came together to rebuild their community. The employees realized they were in the same boat regarding job insecurity, leading to increased collaboration and support for one another. Facing budget cuts, the school faculty recognized they were in the same boat and worked together to find creative solutions to maintain educational quality. As small business owners, they understood they were in the same boat and relied on each other for advice and encouragement. Cram for the exam. To study intensively and hastily for an examination, often in a short period before the test. To review large amounts of material in a concentrated effort to prepare for an upcoming exam or assessment. Despite his busy schedule, he managed to cram for the exam during his lunch breaks and evenings. The students were stressed out as they crammed for the final exam, hoping to remember all the key concepts. Knowing he had to cram for the exam, he stocked up on coffee and snacks to stay awake during his late-night study sessions. I didn't have much time to study, so I had to cram for the exam the night before. She regretted procrastinating and had to cram for the exam in the days leading up to it. A steep learning curve. A situation in which acquiring new knowledge, skills, or abilities requires significant effort and time due to the complexity or difficulty of the subject matter. The rate at which someone learns or adapts to a new task, role, or environment, often characterized by a sharp increase in knowledge or proficiency. Learning to play a musical instrument can have a steep learning curve, requiring patience and practice to develop proficiency. The advanced calculus course had a steep learning curve, challenging even the most dedicated students. As a novice hiker, she faced a steep learning curve as she navigated challenging trails and learned outdoor survival skills. Despite his experience in other fields, he found programming to have a steep learning curve and struggled to grasp the concepts at first. Starting a new job can have a steep learning curve as you familiarize yourself with company policies and procedures. A blessing in disguise. Something that initially appears to be a misfortune or setback, but ultimately results in a positive outcome or benefit. An unexpected event or circumstance that, despite its negative appearance, leads to favorable consequences or opportunities. Failing the entrance exam for his dream college was a blessing in disguise because it led him to discover a different career path that he found more fulfilling. Losing her phone was a blessing in disguise because it encouraged her to spend more time engaging in outdoor activities and connecting with friends face-to-face. The setback forced the team to rethink their strategy, which ultimately proved to be a blessing in disguise as they found a more innovative solution. The canceled flight seemed like a disaster at first, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise when they discovered they avoided a major travel delay. Losing my job turned out to be a blessing in disguise. I found a better job with higher pay and more fulfilling work. Learn the hard way. To gain knowledge or experience through personal mistakes, failures, or difficulties rather than through instruction or advice from others. To acquire understanding or wisdom by experiencing negative consequences or challenges firsthand. After neglecting his health for years, he learned the hard way about the importance of exercise and nutrition when he faced health complications. She learned the hard way not to trust strangers on the internet after falling victim to an online scam. The entrepreneur learned the hard way about the challenges of starting a business when his first venture failed, but he used that experience to succeed in subsequent endeavors. I didn't listen to the warnings about procrastination, so I had to learn the hard way when I failed to complete my assignments on time. Despite his parents' advice, he learned the hard way about the importance of budgeting when he found himself in debt after overspending. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.